What's up?
Oh, nothing much, dude. I think we're about to get your rain, and I'm tired. So for all you people who notice I yawn a lot in the past, I'm going to yawn a whole lot because I'm not sure when your guys' day starts, but mine starts at 4:20 in the morning. So it's a long day.
And it's 4:20 because you've been getting your workout on?
Yeah, pretty much. The alarm goes off at 4:20. I'm out the door by 4:50, and I'm stretching by 5 o'clock a.m.
You know what's... I was going to talk to you, but I don't know, you, George, and all you people out there that work out. Like, I've been, ever since I got it off the bodybuilding kick, and I told you how I was going to like try to downsize, and so I'm like, all right, I want to spare muscle, I want to come down, but I don't want to be doing all my aerobic training where it becomes anaerobic and I get my heart rate out of the fat burning zone. And for all you people who don't understand that, that's when you're keeping your heart rate in between 60 and 70% of your maximum heart rate. And once you go above that or below that, you're out of that fat burning zone. So I got this thing, you guys can see it. It's called the Adidas miCoach. It's a heart monitor, and dude, you gotta snag one up because it's actually so cool. I actually strapped this monitor around my chest and it sits underneath my shirt. And, obviously it monitors my heart rate while I'm working out, but it actually has these 4 levels where it tells you, based on what you want to do, it has a coach that's actually speaking to you, saying like, dude, you're out of your heart rate zone. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you right now. For all you people who are athletes or have played football, there's this thing called an Indian run. I'm sure Kevin's done them. I've done them. It's you get in the line, and the guy from the back has to sprint to the front. So you have to accelerate. And during that acceleration, I'm sure you'd see your heart rate go up. Well, Kevin asked me if I worked out today, and it sounds like that heart monitor would have been perfect because there were 3 of us who had to run a mile. And while we ran a mile, we took turns carrying a 20-pound medicine ball.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's you see where your heart rate's going. I mean, and the cool thing about this monitor, it can strap on you have an application that you can put on your iPhone or your smartphone,
Android,
and sync it. Yeah, your Android, and just sync it to it via Bluetooth. So it communicates with your phone. You can see everything visually, what's happening during the course of your workouts. The coach actually talks to you. If you like a woman to talk to you, you can have a woman talk to you. If you like a guy talking to you, you can have a guy talk to you. But they not only do they have the regular heart monitor, but they have a couple more products. You guys have to go over, Google miCoach or go over. I'll put the links below in the description page, and I'll also have some annotations where to go. But they have another product that's sports specific. So like if you play basketball, you wear it while you're playing basketball, and you can sit there and see what your performance is like, and you can get on and see what your performance is like compared to everybody else who's on blogs. And in addition to that, they have all these like hundreds of training routines you can use. So it's amazing what some of these companies are doing now with the technology.
Well, it's for numbers junkies. It's for people like myself who like to see the numbers, because I would have loved to seen when I was running to see if the spike would have been different when I was carrying the medicine ball as opposed to not. And the key to not just working out, but to life is just to be efficient. None of us want to waste any more energy than we absolutely have to. And this product is a great way to measure and to keep you, like you said, in that target zone. So you're not expending too much and you're not expending too little. You're just maintaining. And that's kind of what we should be doing in life. We should be finding that top level efficiency and staying there.
And that's the part where people fail so much, because they're trying to, if you're an endurance athlete, that's one thing. But if you're saying, okay, I want to build muscle, or if I want to spare muscle, then during the course of your workouts, you don't want your heart rate going up above 70% of your maximum heart rate. You just don't want that to happen. And so I was walking, just walking on the treadmill, and my heart rate, was, for me, it needs to be somewhere between 105 and, 125. And it was staying right at 105. And I'm intensifying my walk to get it at 106, 107. Then I would jump off the treadmill, hit a couple burpees or, pull-ups, and then just bam, it would shoot the fuck up. It would shoot up to like 125, 130, and it would stay up there at the top, right on the borderline of that fat burning zone, and then it would slowly creep back down. But you can see what you should be supplementing your workout with based on your heart rate monitor, and that tells you, it tells you specifically where you should stay, and that's a huge instrument if you're trying to get in shape and lose fat the right way. So,
and for anybody who's priced heart rate monitors, this one made by Adidas is coming at a pretty good price point.
series. The Washington Wizards have surprised us all except me because I'm a genius and I called this shit. And I'm going to keep harping on.
Negro Damas.
Negro Damas, I call. But the Washington Wizards they just look phenomenal, dude. I mean,
can somebody tell me how Roy Hibbert is an all-star?
He has fallen off. Like they were doing comparisons of players that have just fallen off. Like A-Rod did that one year. He batted like 340, and then he didn't do shit in the playoffs. And same with Big Papi. And then they just named all these athletes that had just these monumental.
At least those two had drug ties to them, performance-enhancing drugs. This dude needs to go eat a cheeseburger or something. Go back to doing whatever you were doing when you made the All-Star team. Oh, wait, your stats were comparable to Kwame Brown when you made the All-Star team. Never mind.
But you called that, George. You said, look, his stats are not that crazy. And, I mean, I'm going to tell you what. The problem with Indiana is that the only person they really have that can move is Paul George. I mean,
dude, they look so disheveled, disoriented, and just dude. I saw the Evan Turner bring the ball up, and he's like almost just dribbled in a circle. He looked like a dog chasing his tail. I was like, this team is bad. They were so lucky to get by Atlanta, and let me tell you right now, John Wall is playing in no games. Gortat in the middle, and Nene, they're like, whatever. I was like, we're going to dunk on you and block everything you put up. Nothing easy in the basket, and we're going to punish you. And I enjoy nothing more than watching John Wall walk somebody down and block them from behind.
The funny thing, the amazing thing about John Wall, he is like blossomed into just a fucking unbelievable basketball player. He is so fast. I don't think there's a person in the NBA that can get the ball down the court faster than him. No, he can dribble that ball down the court faster than most guys can run down the court, and it's like, holy shit.
He can go from zero to fence jumping in less than a second.
He really can, man. I mean, it's like fucking that. But I mean, who do you have in the Indiana-Washington series?
Washington in 6, and that's what everyone's calling. And let me tell you right now, as a Heat fan, I would love to see the Clippers versus the Wizards in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, it would be a great fucking
That
finals.
Would be amazing, because let me tell you right now, not to jump off, because I know you're going to pick the Wizards, but, dude, if Chris Paul didn't look like he was on a mission in Game 1 against Russell Westbrook, I don't know who else was, because let's face it, Chris Paul's not going to shoot 8 of 9 from three-point land again, but he was he's like, oh, really? Westbrook's better than me? Oh, really? Really? Let me show you. And he got in his ass all night long.
Now let me ask you this: I was thinking about this question the other night. I'm saying I wonder what George will think how I answer this. If you pose the question to me, hey Kevin, if the Heat and the Clippers ended up in the NBA Finals, what team do you think I would pull for?
I think you'd pull for the Heat.
And you know what? You're absolutely wrong. And I knew you would think that. I'm like, George would think I would pull for the Heat. I would absolutely
pull for the
Clippers.
And you know why I'd pull for the Heat? Because let me tell you, the last thing you want is the Clippers to win a championship. You will never hear the end of who's the real team of LA until the Lakers win another title.
Right. I mean, if the
Clippers not want the Clippers to win a title. It'll be the worst 27 months of your life.
It's the fact that if you use this is how I always look at it. If you use the term who's the best team in LA, I'll say the Clippers. If you said who's
the real team, son, the team that's in the playoffs, you do not want them to win a championship.
Let me tell you something. When you go to a Clippers game, and Doc Rivers, he even said, he goes, when I went to a Clippers game, I saw all the Los Angeles Lakers banners hanging up during our games. And he goes, we have to do something about that. We have to take these banners down when we play our games. And he made management take them down from the Staples Center. He goes, because it just showed you whose team it was. It was LA.
Kevin, let me help you out real quick. The Clippers have the best owner in all of sports. Let's just end it on that. And we can talk about the NFL now. No one has a better, more supportive, more understanding owner than the Clippers. I mean, the man's got cancer, for Christ's sake. Obviously, he's a very open-minded, level-headed individual who really has his ducks in a row and has that team head. Without Donald Sterling signing those checks, they're not in the position they're in.
George, let me tell you this. Do you know the guy who was going to award him that award from the NAACP? He was like, I'd just like everybody to know that I'm stepping down from my position as the
because he doesn't want anyone to go looking in his bank account and see how that old hillbilly redneck racist has been lining his pockets.
Exactly. And you know the brothers talking about, man, you need to motherfucking step down, man. You were supporting
Where is
that
Donald Sterling
motherfucking
from? Is he
racist
even a
motherfucker?
redneck?
You said what?
Isn't he Jewish?
Yeah.
Screaming L'chaim and whatnot, or whatever they say.
Who knows? You know. Now, anyway, let's move on to the next series. You got Miami and
Miami. It's just we don't even need to talk about it.
Miami, we're winning. Miami basically and playing Brooklyn. And you know what? Obviously, George and I are filming this. It's Wednesday afternoon, and you know the Wizards are up 1-0. Miami's up 1-0. I'm not going to get too excited. I got the Wizards in 6. I think I have Miami in 6. But I'm not going to. I don't think either one of those teams, the Wizards or the Heat, will sweep. I think it'll be easy, but I think they'll run into a couple obstacles along the way.
I think both teams win it in 6.